Softness doesn't disappear with responsibility, it becomes more intentional. Well, welcome to day 62, everybody. I'm Dr. Nicole, and today I'm getting personal about how I maintain my softness as a wife and mom, two roles that can easily pull you into constant doing, managing, and masculine energy. This isn't about being perfect or having it all figured out. This is about the daily practices and mindset shifts that help me stay connected to my feminine essence, even in the midst of family life. If you're a woman juggling multiple roles and feeling like you've lost touch with your softness, this video will show you that it's possible to be both responsible and soft, both capable and feminine. The first way I maintain softness is through boundaries with my time. What does this look like? Well, I protect my morning routine, even if it's just 10 minutes of quiet before everyone wakes up. I say no to commitments that would overextend me. I schedule rest and personal time like I schedule meetings, like literally in my phone. I don't fill every moment with productivity. Why does this matter? Well, when I protect my time, I have the space to be present and soft instead of rushed and reactive. The shift that happens is that I had to stop believing that being a good mom and wife meant being available 24/7. I had to give myself permission to have time that's just for me, not because I earned it, but because I needed to show up as my best self. A practical example is I have a non negotiable wind down routine at night. Even if there are dishes or things that are disarray, even if there are dishes around or there's laundry that the kids haven't folded, I give myself 15 minutes to transition from doing mode to being mode right before bed. The second way is letting go of perfection. Well, what does this look like, you might ask? The house doesn't have to be spotless. Dinner doesn't have to be elaborate. I don't have to be the perfect wife or mother. I can have bad days and still be a good mom. And this is so important because perfectionism keeps you in masculine energy, controlling, forcing, striving constantly. Letting go of perfection allows you to become more present, more joyful, and more soft. The shift is realizing for me that my children don't need a perfect mom. They need a present, good enough, focused. They need a present, as we say in the field, good enough mom. My husband doesn't need a perfect wife. He needs a happy, authentic wife and partner. This looks practically like some nights we order out or takeout night. Some days the kids might watch more TV or have more screen time than I would ideally like. Some weekends we stay around and lounge all day, and that's okay. Softness means giving yourself grace and allowing yourself space. The third way for me is asking for support. What does this look like? Well, I ask my husband for help instead of doing everything myself. I let family and friends support me when they offer. I hire help when necessary. I communicate my needs clearly instead of expecting people to read my mind. And this matters because asking for support is very feminine. It's receptive, vulnerable, and it allows others to contribute to your well being. The shift that I had to make is I had to unlearn the belief that asking for help meant I was weak or failing. I had to see that allowing others to support me actually strengthens my relationships and models healthy interdependence, even for my children. Practically, this looks like when my husband asks, "What do you need?" I actually tell him. I don't say, "Oh, I'm fine," when I'm not. I might say, "I need 30 minutes alone," or "I need you to handle X, Y, and Z for me." The fourth way is regulating my nervous system before responding to stress or conflict. This looks like when my kids are having a meltdown or fighting with each other, I take a breath before reacting. When my husband and I disagree, I pause to center myself before responding. When I feel overwhelmed, I give myself a moment to reset instead of pushing through. This matters because softness requires regulation. When you're activated, you become reactive, harsh, or even controlling. When you're regulated, you can respond with grace and wisdom. The shift that I had to make was I had to learn that taking a moment to breathe is not avoiding responsibility. It's ensuring I respond from my best self instead of my stressed self. Practically, this looks like when my kids are fighting and I feel my frustration rising, I literally say out loud, Mommy needs a moment. I take 3 deep breaths, soften my shoulders, and then address the situation. This models emotional regulation for them, and it keeps me in my soft, feminine energy. The fifth way is intentionally modeling softness for my children. This looks like me letting them see me rest and prioritize self care. I show them it's okay to have emotions and express needs. I demonstrate healthy boundaries in my relationships. I speak to myself with kindness, not with criticism. This matters immensely because my children are learning what womanhood looks like by watching me. If I want my daughters to grow up soft and value their softness in themselves and others, I have to model it. The shift I had to make was I had to realize that being a strong mom doesn't mean being hard. It means being strong enough to be soft, vulnerable, and absolutely authentic. Practically, this looks like when I'm tired, I tell my kids, Mommy needs rest right now. When I make a mistake, I apologize and show them it's okay to be imperfect. When I receive a compliment, I say thank you instead of deflecting and teaching them. And this teaches them to receive gracefully. I want to be honest, maintaining softness as a wife and mom is an ongoing practice. It's not a destination. There are days when I slip into overfunctioning, when I forget to ask for help, when I am reactive instead of regulated. But the difference is that I have awareness and tools that bring me back to my softness. The key is self compassion. When I notice I've been operating outside of my feminine energy, I don't beat myself up. I simply acknowledge it and make a different choice in the next moment. You don't have to harden to handle life. You can be a devoted mom, a loving wife, and still maintain your softness. It just requires intention, boundaries, and the willingness to let go of perfection. Your family doesn't need you to be superhuman, they need you to be present, authentic, and soft. Make sure you hit subscribe for day 63 because tomorrow we're talking about doing a soft life audit, a practical assessment of where you're thriving and where you need more ease. Tell me in the comments, what's one way you want to bring more softness into your family life? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Nicole.